Homer Bryce Stadium here as we get ready for this one. The coin toss at midfield. The referee, the captains for tonight's game. You can see T.K. Lloyd, Keegan Holm, Ahmad Murray, and Ty Love all out there for the Lumberjacks.
They're the further option to the second half. Stephen F. Austin, Steve, gentlemen.
So Austin Peay wins the toss. They defer their option to the second half here tonight. So the Lumberjacks will take the field offensively first as we open up United Athletic Conference play. So it'll be Brian Maurer and the Lumberjack offense to get things started here this evening. Maurer, familiar obviously with Austin Peay. He spent a couple of years at the University of Tennessee up in Knoxville. Austin Peay just down the road there. Maurer transferred to SFA last year, played sparingly, won the starting job in the spring and into the fall camp, and right now completing about 53% of his passes. Is thrown for 572 yards, and that's one of the big differences that we'll see in this one tonight. Through their first 3 games, Austin Peay averaging about 40 pass attempts per game with an experienced quarterback. Lumberjacks averaging about 30. They'd like to run it more than they throw it, but they want to keep it balanced if they can. So who will impose their will on the other here tonight could have a big leg up in picking up their first United Athletic Conference win of the season. Merger from the teams that were left over from the Atlantic Sun and the WAC have formed the United Athletic Conference, and the Lumberjacks dressed in black and purple here tonight. Austin Peay in all white with red headgear, as we will get this one started here this evening with the Lumberjacks getting the football. As Austin Peay will kick it away, Riley Stevens will handle the kicking chores for the Governors. As we're just about ready to get this one going here on a warm Saturday night. 94 degrees, feels like about 101 degrees out there, 45% humidity, and just a slight southerly wind at about 7 to 10 miles an hour. The wind at the back of Austin Peay here in the first quarter. As Stevens will start things off, this kick will sail deep into the end zone, through the back of the end zone, so a touchback, and the Lumberjack offense will go to work. First and 10 at its own 25-yard line. We mentioned Brian Maurer, the quarterback. He'll be joined in the backfield by Gerald Wembley, sophomore out of Houston C.E. King High School. The outside wide receivers will be Lawton Reichel and Ty Love. Inside receiver will be Kylan Harris. Tight end will be Keyshawn Williams. Up front, Daniel Keys, Nate Adams are the tackles, Justice Guillory, Keegan Holm are the guards, Clint Lappick is the center. As they will spread it out on first down, the Lumberjacks, they send 2 receivers right and 1 left. Wembley behind Maurer in the backfield. He'll get the first carry of the ball game across the 25, and he'll get spun down at about the 28-yard line, a gain of about 3 for the Lumberjacks. They're in on the stop for Austin Peay is Chapman, one of the out of Hoover, Alabama. A gain of 3, second down and 7 now for the Lumberjacks. As again, they'll go 2 by 2 now, will the Jacks. 3-man front for Austin Peay. Travis Bates, defensive end. Jacks recruited him. He starts at one of the defensive spots for him. A little pressure now and over the middle. That one almost picked off. Trying to go to Kylan Harris, misses him and hits one of the defensive backs in the gut. And play could not be made there, as I think that was actually Travis Bates who had dropped into coverage. So the defensive end, again, kind of dropped back into the zone there, gets a hand on that, but it goes incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7. Lumberjacks converting 41% of their third-round tries through their first 3 ball games. Again, they walk up. Bates comes, 4-man pressure. Over the middle, caught, downfield, then knocked free. Ty Love had it. Would have been enough for the first at the 40, but it gets knocked free. And Austin Peay will force a 3 and out on the Lumberjacks' first series of the night. As Max Quick will come on to punt it away. He's punted 10 times for a 44.3-yard average. His longest is a 52-yarder. As the Governors have 1-man back deep to receive it, back at the 25-yard line. Cam Thomas, I believe, back deep for Austin Peay. 4th and 7 from the 29-yard line. As Quick takes the snap, no pressure. Max gets a high wobbler off. Short kick that will bounce at about the 40, and the Jacks will kill it at the 36-yard line. So Austin Peay will take over for the first time tonight with good field position. 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Mike DeLillo, a graduate from Pembroke Pines, Florida, transfer from Middle Tennessee. He's completing 72% of his passes. He's thrown for 915 yards, 8 touchdowns through their first 3 games. And they will spread it around as they have a ton of guys that have caught passes. And we will see 7 or 8 different receivers throughout the night for Austin Peay. And they'll open up with an empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Now they'll motion and overload the left side of the formation with 4 receivers right, 1 left. And a flanker screen out that way. The Jacks blow it up as Demings gets in there and makes a play behind the line of scrimmage. Charles Demings with the tackle. As that'll be a loss. You see it here. And again, they had 3 blockers out there, and he just fights through the block of Cam Thomas. And Demings makes the play back there for a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. And they hand off this time, running right into the teeth of the defense. Not much room that time for Austin Peay as Aaron Austin makes the play for the Lumberjacks at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 12 now as DeLillo looks to get a play. Up front, he's got Isaiah Wright at 1 tackle, Brendan Smith the other, Jalen Armstrong the center, Chandler Curtin and Brady Odom are the guards for Austin Peay. 3rd down and 12. Lumberjacks walk the linebacker up in the middle. And again, all the motion. They've split 2 receivers out wide right, stack them out there, and now we'll stack 2 receivers to the left. Jacks go back to a single high safety look. DeLillo wants to pass. Deep shot downfield, underthrown. Harmon tips it up. It's almost picked off and falls incomplete as Bruce Harmon almost gets a hand on that. Tooker was back there helping him in coverage. And each team now will bring on the punt team after their initial series of 3 and out for both the Lumberjacks and Austin Peay. As you see here on the replay again, Harmon reaches up with the right hand, tips it, and it almost comes back down to Dylan Tooker. As the Governors on to punt, no pressure. This is kind of a line drive kick that Kylan Harris will fair catch at the 23-yard line. So on the change of possession, we've got a timeout on the field. No score, 12:45 to go. First quarter, Lumberjacks and Austin Peay at Homer Bryce Stadium in Nacogdoches. We are back after this. This is United Athletic Conference football. First 3 plays, Austin Peay will give you a ton of different looks. So far, the same look here defensively. As they walk up into the gaps, Jack swing it out in the flat on the flanker screen, and down the far sideline goes Lawton Reichel, and Reichel will step out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 8. And it will bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Lumberjacks. 3-man front. Bates started at defensive end, but they had a new end out there, it looked like that time. It was actually Jose Knifley, the linebacker. 3-man front here. Quickly out, Harris with the catch across the 40 and bumped out of bounds at about the 41-yard line as the Jacks will pick up the first down of the evening as Kylan Harris goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And so the Lumberjacks here in this series want to get it out of Mr. Bauer's hands quickly, and they pick up a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 here at the 42-yard line. First down of the night. Keyshawn Williams now the tight end will flank out wide with Reichel as Maurer now will motion him back in close to the formation into a wing left. Fake the give to Wembley. Maurer rolls right. Deep shot downfield. Ty Love down there, but the safety comes over and will make the play. Is coming over to make the play for Austin Peay was Benji Johnson. Johnson out of Hooks, transfer from New Mexico, gets back over there and makes the play there to break that one up. And it's 2nd down and 10. But again, they moved the pocket that time. As you see it here, Maurer downfield. Love had some room, with the ball a little bit behind him and a little to the inside, and that allowed the safety to come over and make the play. 2nd down and 10 now. 4 receivers to the left for the Lumberjacks. Handed inside Wembley with a little crease. Wembley at midfield into Austin Peay territory, and this will depend on the spot. It would appear that he's just short of the first down at the 49-yard line, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Lumberjacks. But Wembley on his first carry of the night picks up 9, or his second carry of the night picks up 9, and it's 3rd and 1. They bring in an extra fullback and bring Harris out, or actually a tight end. They'll line him up as a wing. Will the Lumberjacks, as Connor Mullins comes in. He is in a wing left, and now we'll motion across back into that wing. And they run behind him with Wembley, who has the first down, as he'll move it down to the 45-yard line of the Governors. And it's 1st and 10 Lumberjacks in Austin Peay territory. No score, 10:50 to go, first quarter, here in Nacogdoches this evening. Kind of hot and humid here in late September. And again, 94 at kick. Felt like about 100, but as the sun goes down behind the stands here on the west side of the stadium, the shadows now fall across the field. That'll cool things off significantly. Wembley coming right, bounces it outside, trying to get to the edge. Governors will not allow that. And they'll make the play back at the 43-yard line as Sedarius Doss, a 5'8" senior out of Birmingham, Alabama, makes the play, his 8th tackle of the year. It's a gain of about 3, 2nd down and 7, or 2nd down and 7. Wembley stays in there now for the Jacks. And that's actually Williams in there this time. And Williams straight up the middle. Gets about 3 more down to the 38-yard line. And that'll set up 3rd down and 3 as Jacks bring in an extra receiver. Williams will come out. Chris Taylor checks in. Now he'll come back out. And it looks like Cole Lemons will come in and flank out wide left. So Lemons and Kylan Harris to the left. 2 receivers to the right on 3rd down and 3. Williams in the backfield with Maurer. Governors show pressure. Here it comes. Maurer on the keeper, fighting for first down yardage, and this will depend on the spot. Brian Maurer, it looks like, is going to be about a half yard short as they brought the blitz. Jacks run that quarterback draw, but Austin Peay is able to make the play and has fallen back to make that stop for Austin Peay was McCray, the defensive lineman, transfer from East Carolina. And we got a quick timeout taken here on 4th and 1. Timeout taken by the Lumberjacks. I think they pointed the red hat. Are they going to keep it? Or is this going to be a short time? They haven't made up their mind. It's going to be a short timeout, so we'll keep it here. So 8:57 to go here in the first quarter. Lumberjacks with that timeout. 4th and about a half yard. They need to reach the 35-yard line to convert here. 4th downs so far this season for the Lumberjacks. They are 2 of 6 on 4th downs. But they would like nothing more, I would suspect, than to convert here and keep this drive alive. Took over at their own 24-yard line. They moved it to the Austin Peay 36 here. Just under 9 minutes to play first quarter, no score. Anthony Williams comes out of the huddle on the sideline as the running back. A little bit bigger back than Wembley. Wembley at 5'11", 195. Williams 6'1", 211, the transfer from Central Florida. Now both backs in the backfield. Both Wembley and Williams with a 2 tight end set to the right. So heavy to the right, 2 backs. And Maurer will keep it himself, breaks through the 35 and will get it down to about the 32-yard line. And Brian Maurer on the keeper on 4th and 1 will convert for the Lumberjacks as they pick up another first down, keep the drive alive. First and 10 SFA at the Austin Peay 32-yard line. Governors again coming off a 63-3 win over East Tennessee State a week ago. It's their lone home game so far this year. They play this one tonight on the road. We'll play on the road next week as well. Maurer to pass. With time, comes underneath. Wembley caught, makes one man miss, sidesteps another, spins, and will go down at about the 28-yard line. As Wembley will pick up 4 on that little check down out of the backfield, second down and 6. That's his 6th catch of the year. And the Jacks taking their time here, not playing quite as fast as they did at times a week ago. So far, anyway. And some housekeeping going on here along the Lumberjack sideline. As one of the officials, I see him talking to Colby Carthel. I think they want everybody to move back out of the white. Headlinesman moving everybody back. Second down and 6. Maurer on a quick slant, caught inside the 25. Harris, and he gets spun down. They'll give him forward progress just inside the 25-yard line, and the Lumberjacks have another 3rd and short here. 3rd down at about 2. Chapman on the stop for Austin Peay. Corey Chapman came into tonight's game 3rd on the team with 16 tackles, 3 of them solo stops. Makes a sure tackle there, and it's 3rd down and 2 now for the Lumberjacks. They need to get to the 22-yard line. Bates back out there at that defensive end spot. 6'3" freshman out of Tomball. Has 10 tackles on the year, half a sack coming in. Maurer and Wembley in the backfield. The Lumberjacks have to burn another timeout. Play clock was almost to 0. And they were not set. And the Lumberjacks take their 2nd timeout of the first quarter, and this will be a media timeout. 6:46 to go, no score. Lumberjacks threatening as it is scoreless in Nacogdoches. The United Athletic Conference opener between the Lumberjacks and Austin Peay. Back after this. This is United Athletic Conference football. There's no question as to why they are fit to work on your Lumberjacks and you as well. United Athletic Conference opener here in Nacogdoches. 3rd down and 2. Lumberjacks over the ball, trying to convert on 3rd and 2 here. Austin Peay walks up in the gap. Maurer will keep it, breaks it outside. Stiff arm at the 22, push back. And it's going to come down to the spot. He was, it looked like about a half-yard short as they actually got to the 23-yard line. So he gets one of the 2, and it's 4th and 1. Jacks converted on 4th and a half yard on a Maurer keeper earlier in this series, and they would appear here on 4th and 1 at the 22-yard line. They will leave the offense out there because I got the feeling that field goals are not, you need touchdowns to win this one tonight. Jacks, they show pressure. Here it comes. Lumberjacks will run it. Wembley gets through and has the first down to the 16-yard line. Perhaps touchdown saving tackle made downfield that time by Michael Rutland. As Rutland, the safety, graduate out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee, a transfer from Princeton, makes that stop because Wembley, once he broke through, Rutland was it. And he saves the score. Jacks, though, with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Wembley still back there with Maurer. Lawton Reichel flanked out wide left. Wembley to the left. Little stop at the 10. Hit. Gets it down to about the 6-yard line. Almost 10 yards on that carry. As the Lumberjacks, nope, they're going to say 1st down. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. So nice series here for the SFA offense. Each team 3 and out on their first series. The Jacks now in their 2nd series have moved it from their own 24 down to the Austin Peay 6 where they have it 1st and goal. Wembley and the Lumberjacks doing a big piece of much of this on the ground. Maurer with a couple of keepers sprinkled in there as well. So 1st and goal. Wembley now to the right hand of Maurer. Motion in from the right. Bryan rolls right and trying to come back outside to Lawton Reichel, and that one overthrown incomplete. Reichel complaining that he was being held, but no flag. And it's second down and goal here for the Lumberjacks. .440 to go, first quarter. No score, as the Lumberjacks have held this one down for quite a while. Got a methodical march down the field. They've converted 2 fourth downs so far in this series. Wembley again to the right, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Maurer sets, quick throw on the quick slant at the goal line, and now flags fly as trying to go to Ty Love on that quick post at the goal line, and I could not quite tell the contact, but it appeared that the defender over his back. That's what the officials meet and we'll talk about now.
The ball be placed at the 2-yard line. Close an automatic first down.
So pass interference called there. As you see the replay, and the contact, Xavier Smith there for Austin Peay, flagged for the pass interference. First and goal now at the 2. Wembley hitting the backfield, stays on his feet, and he'll lose 1. Back to the 3, as there were a number of Governors in the backfield that time. First man there was Javon Young, the defensive tackle out of Nashville. The loss back to the 3, and it's second down and goal now for the Lumberjacks. Austin Peay defensively allowing 27 points, 196 yards a game on the ground, 189 through the air. Third downs, they've allowed only 25% conversions on third down, 75% on fourth downs, but the Jacks converting here tonight. Here's Maurer on the keeper at the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown, Stephen F. Austin. So Maurer from 3 yards out, the Lumberjacks strike first. They lead Austin Peay 6-0 here at Homer Bryce Stadium. So a 76-yard drive, and we'll get all the particulars on it for you here in a few moments, but methodical. Chris Campos now on for the extra point. Max Quick with the hole, and that kick is up and good. 3:55 to go, first quarter, and we've got a new score. Stephen F. Austin leads 7-0 over Austin Peay. This is United Athletic Conference football. United Athletic Conference opener, Lumberjacks and Governors of Austin Peay. Jacks strike first, 76-yard drive, 18 plays. They convert 2 fourth downs on that series and take a 7-0 lead as Chris Campos will be on to kick this one away to Austin Peay. 3:55 to go here in the first quarter, and the Lumberjacks lead 7-0. Austin Peay has run only 3 plays so far. The 1 possession, they get their second crack at it here. Short kick fielded at the 10, up the hash marks the 20, 25, and dragged down from behind about the 26-yard line. Will go Cam Thomas with the return. So first and 10 Governors at the 26. As Mike DeLello, the graduate from transfer from Middle Tennessee, will bring the Governors back out there for another crack at it. Lumberjacks with 6 first downs during that last series as they marched it down the field to take this 7-0 lead. Governors with their second shot at it here. DeLello, their quarterback, 72% completion percentage here. Motion from the tight end. Little read option going around the right end is DeLello. He gets to the edge, down the sideline at the 40, bumped hard out of bounds. Austin Peay wanting flags, but none thrown, but DeLello with a nice run. They're going to mark him out. It appears he stepped out at the 41 is where they'll spot it out. A long read at the mesh point, but there was nobody out there to set the edge. Once he got around Aaron Austin, they get to the edge. Now they swing it out left side on a little flanker screen. Jacks rally and make a quick tackle. As now Austin Peay wants to pick up the pace after that first down. Gain of about 3 there, second down 7. Single receiver right, 2 to the left. Run it inside. Do the Governors. Looks like Jevin Jackson with the carry that time. Gets coupled. Third down and 4. They need to get it to the SFA 49-yard line. Does Austin Peay. They look to the sideline, get their play. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left now. That's where they'll start. Certainly by no means where they'll end up. Now motion the tight end into a wing right. Third down 4. DeLello again. Handed inside Jackson. Stopped initially, but keeps his legs moving. Picks up the first down as he carries Tooker across midfield all the way down to the 46-yard line. And he picks up a fresh set of downs there for Austin Peay. First and 10 Governors. Dylan Tooker on the stop for the Lumberjacks. 2-by-1 again here for Austin Peay. DeLello again, handoff inside. Jackson about 3, maybe 4, down to about the 42-yard line. And that one again just right behind right tackle that time. But up front, they are big. Maud Murray helped slow that up and make the stop after a 4-yard gain. As they look at numbers, right now they've got 6 in the box. They got a wing to the left. And Jackson will run it, but the Lumberjacks this time get penetration and will make the play in the backfield. As the Jacks leading the charge that time for SFA was Elijah Fields. Fields, first man to make contact, and then he gets help from Luke Watson and others, and it's third down and 10 now. There's Aaron Austin in there again as well for the Jacks. So third down and 10. DeLello looks things over. Again, they've been averaging about 40 pass attempts per game, but this series so far primarily on the ground. He wants to pass this time. Screen it right side, and the receiver falls as he makes the catch. And it will be no gain. Trey Shackelford with the grab. He leads them with 17 catches on the year. There's number 18, but it goes for no yardage, and it's 4th and 10, and the offense will stay out there for the time being for Austin Peay on 4th and 10. Jacks with 5 on the line of scrimmage. Tooker walks up, covers the slot receiver inside. 1 of 3 to the left, single receiver right. On 4th and 10. 8 seconds left. They'll have to snap it. They do. DeLello options it, pitch it back, tailback. Lumberjacks to use the sideline, make the play, and will stop them on 4th and 10. As the play made over there for the Lumberjacks, Jalen Hunter.
This is the end of the fourth quarter.
So Hunter makes the play, and that's the final play of the first quarter, and the Lumberjacks will take a 7-0 lead into the second quarter as they'll get the ball at their own 40-yard line. 7-0. Lumberjacks lead it. Second quarter coming your way after this quick timeout. This is United Athletic Conference football. Quick out, caught. Lawton Reichel, he gets out of bounds close to midfield. In fact, across midfield. They'll give him the spot all the way to the Austin Peay 48-yard line, a gain of 12. And it will be 1st and 10 Lumberjacks in Austin Peay territory. 7-0 SFA lead. And now whistles will stop things. So this ball was spotted at the 49, so they'll stop things to respot it. The official will put 25 back on the play clock. The Lumberjacks will re-rack things here offensively. The referee for tonight's game is Jeremy Tate. Damian Dresser is the umpire. Jack swing it out. Reichel again with a catch and gets a block from Harris, and this time he'll get down to about the 42-yard line. It's a gain of about 5. Second down and 5. Reichel already with 3 catches on the night. Has been targeted another time or 2. Second down and 4. Austin Peay saying that Jarrett Porterfield moved. Line judge ultimately agreed.
Offense number 73, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Nate Adams actually will get whistled for the false start. That'll back him up to the 47-yard line. Adams, a 6'7", 320-pounder out of Flower Mound to transfer from Hawaii with the false start. Second down now and 9 officially, as Maurer will send 2 receivers wide to both sides of the field. Low snap but handled. Quick out again, Reichel, as they play him soft on the edges, and the Jacks take advantage of that. They looking at second down and 9, move it for 8, and now we'll look at third down and 1 at the Austin Peay 39-yard line. And on the third and short, they bring in the 2 tight ends. Connor Mullins and Keyshawn Williams will check in. Reichel and Ty Love will remain as the wideouts. Maurer's kept it a couple of times on third and 1. The defensive front shifts, and when they do, Keyshawn Williams false starts.
False start. Offense number 87, 5-yard penalty, third down.
So instead of third and 1, they look at third and 6 downs. The ball moves back to the 44-yard line. Here at practice with SFA on Thursday, and was watching Chris Campos, who is the all-time leading field goal kicker in SFA history. Set the record last week with a couple of field goals made at Northwestern State. He was good from about 60, headed in this direction on Thursday. Harris in motion to the left. Low snap again. Handled. Dump it across the middle, and that one's broken up at the line of scrimmage and almost picked off there. There was a lot of traffic underneath, and Javon Young, the defensive tackle, I think, got a hand on that. He certainly wanted to pick it off. All 6'2", 280 pounds of the defensive tackle. You see him right there. And that'll bring up 4th and 6 now. And the offense will stay on the field here for the Lumberjacks. Trying to get Austin Peay to jump. And the Governors right now playing it safe. No movement. And now a timeout taken just before the snap. Jacks ended up quick kicking it.
Prior to the snap, first charge, timeout, Austin Peay, timeout on the field.
And they will turn this into a media timeout. 12:50 to go, first half, 7-0 Lumberjacks. 4th and 6 when we return. This is United Athletic Conference football. Here in Nacogdoches, 7-0. 4th and 6 as the Lumberjacks open up things here with 12:53 to go first half. Looking at 4th and 6, Maurer to pass. 4-man rush on the out, caught at the 40, close to first down yardage. They will pick it up. LeVar Lindo, the tight end, dragging across the middle, makes the grab, gets just enough for the first down. The Lumberjacks convert on 4th and 6. 4th down conversion so far tonight for the Lumberjacks. They are 3 for 3 actually. Here's a handoff. Williams coming right as he will get it down inside the 35. Keeps things moving all the way down to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. And the Lumberjacks continue just to kind of, again, an 18-play, 76-yard drive the last time they've had it. And they can kind of doing the same thing here, just mixing it up just enough. Lawton Reichel's played a big part of this with 2 catches already this series. And then on 4th and 6 a moment ago, Lindo with the grab for the Lumberjacks. His second catch of the year. Had 1 for 33 last week against Northwestern State. 2nd and 6, Governors show pressure. They will rush 4, and Williams through that line gets into the secondary and will take it for first down yardage down to the 26-yard line. As Anthony Williams picks up 6 yards, 7 on that carry. And the Jacks speed things up. Now they'll bunch 4 receivers out to the left. Pressure inside Williams, and he gets tripped up and dropped at the 25-yard line. Had plenty of room to run if he gets through, but making the play that time was Tyler Long. And that's a gain of 1, second down and 9. Lindo stays in there at tight end. Williams in the backfield here with Maurer. 3-man front for Austin Peay. They show pressure off the edge. They rush 4. Williams makes 1 man miss, then gets tripped up by the linebacker again as Tyler Long makes that play. And it's third down at about 6. Williams now will come out as Wembley will check back in. In that first quarter, Wembley had 7 carries, 36 yards. Maurer had 4 carries for 10. Wembley back-to-back 100-yard rushing games the last 2 weeks. On his way, perhaps, here in the first half. All-out blitz. Wembley takes it, kind of stutter steps in the hole, and then gets dropped for no gain. 4th and 6. And this time, I think Kobe Carthel says, let's not press our luck. We've converted 3 fourth downs already. It's 4th and 6. Let's take the points. Chris Campos will come on and attempt what will be a 39-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark. Max Quick will hold. Snap back. Campos with the kick. Plenty of distance on that one. And that one is no good as he hangs it out to the right as Campos misses his 3rd attempt of the year. As the Lumberjacks come up empty on that long possession. They took over at the start of the quarter. They run about 5 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock, but come up empty. 9:41 to go first half, 7-0. SFA in front. This is United Athletic Conference. Back to action here at Homer Bryce. Little play action. DeLillo wants to pass. Has a man. Caught. 40-yard line. Now foot race midfield. Austin Peay. A big play. And they are an extra point away from evening the ball game. As Trey Goodman gets behind everybody, and just like that, Austin Peay finds a little offense on a 76-yard touchdown pass from Mike DeLillo. And the Governors will line up here in the swinging gate, or a modified version of it. Now shift back over, and Maddox Trujillo will try to even this one up. As the extra point is up and good. So each team has scored now in the first half.
Timeout on the field.
As Austin Peay goes 76 yards. You see it right there. He got behind everybody. Then it was a foot race. TK Lloyd, Dylan Tooker tried to catch up, but they could not catch him. Tie ball game, 7-7. Jackson, Austin Peay. This is United Athletic Conference football. Big play, Mike DeLillo to Trey Goodman for 78 yards. The extra point good. And we've got a 7-7 ball game here in the United Athletic Conference opener for the Lumberjacks and Governors. As the kick, a high spinning kick deep into the end zone for the touchback, and SFA will start out 1st and 10 at its own 25-yard line. Lumberjacks have run 30 plays here in the first half, 124 yards of offense. Austin Peay, 12 plays, 110 yards of offense. 78 of it came on their last snap.
I was going to say, in a game that's been totally felt like it's been totally dominated so far by the Lumberjacks, it shows you just one play, and Austin Peay's right back in it.
Chase Merrill, Hunter Taylor, learning how to fly drones in South Texas. So Chase sitting here and allows me to catch my breath. Here is Brian Maurer. Jacks go for a big strike. Downfield, Harris with the grab, has it inside the 30. The spot down at the 27-yard line. So the Lumberjacks say, whatever you can do, we can try to equal. And they get a big strike downfield to Kylan Harris. And they have it 1st and 10 now at the Austin Peay 28-yard line. As Brian Maurer with a long one here tonight. Prior to that, his longest had been 53 yards. That one just a little shy of that. As they swing it out to Lawton Reichel, who stumbles and will go down at the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Lumberjacks, that 18-play drive, a lot of it came inside the tackles, but since then they've kind of tried to go to the edges. Harris now in motion to the right, where there'll be 3 receivers that way. And whenever they do, here comes pressure from Peay, and Maurer stumbles. He had some room if he gets through the initial wave, and Maurer could be down as he stumbled in the backfield, and he does not get up.
Injury timeout for an offensive player.
You can see there he holds his left knee. So the trainers come out to check on him. Preston Weeks is his backup. Senior out of Garland, to transfer from Baylor. 5 of 13, 69 yards. In some spot duty against Troy and Northwestern State. He gets a few snaps here on the near sideline as the trainers continue to look at Brian Maurer. With 8:19 left here in the first half. The difference between Maurer and Weeks, Maurer a bit more athletic and is more of a threat to run. But Weeks, overall, probably a little bit better passer. So we'll see what sort of effect it has here on what the Lumberjacks continue to try to do against Austin Peay. And as you see, Preston Weeks, again, get a few snaps here on the near sideline. As Maurer's still down, trainers work on him. Both these teams back in action next week. Lumberjacks in a non-conference game against Texas A&M Commerce here at Homer Bryce Stadium. Austin Peay next week will be on the road once again. They will be at Lindenwood next Saturday afternoon at 1. Best thing that Lumberjack fans have seen is Brian Maurer gets up and will jog to the near sideline unassisted. So perhaps not as bad as many originally feared with Mr. Maurer. He will go in the 10th, though, and the medical staff will check him out. And Preston Weeks will come on and look at 3rd down and 8. But again, as soon as the Jacks overloaded the right side, Austin Peay immediately shows pressure, and they were bringing it all. See if they see that look again. Maurer on that keeper that time. If he gets through, he probably scores. 3rd down and 8. Weeks off the bench. Here comes the pressure. It's picked up. Weeks downfield, caught. And a 1st down Lumberjacks as Lawton Reichel has yet another catch here tonight. He'll take it down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks at the Austin Peay 14.
Quick confidence by Weeks coming straight in and picking up the 1st down for the Lumberjacks, finding the open man, just getting it to where only the Lumberjacks can go up and grab it for the 1st down.
Reichel having a big night tonight. He came in with 10 catches for 147 yards. He's already got half that here tonight in the first half. Austin Peay 4-man front. Jacks pull it out to the post. Caught. Harris into the end zone. Touchdown Lumberjacks. Little play action. Weeks put it right on his chest. Kylan Harris with the touchdown grab. And SFA regains the lead. First touchdown of the year for Kylan Harris. First touchdown pass of the year for Preston Weeks. As Chris Campos will come on here to try to extend the lead back to 7 with 7:26 to go here in the first quarter.
You said it as Weeks was warming up. He's a good passer in 2 plays and now a touchdown, and the Lumberjacks go back up.
Campos, the extra point is up and good, so 2 big plays. Austin Peay. We're going to keep this one here. Austin Peay scores 1 play, 78 yards. Lumberjacks use a big play to get the drive started and then able to punch it in as Weeks hits Harris on that post move. And that one from 14 yards out. And we got a 14-7 SFA lead. Mentioned a moment ago, both these teams non-conference games next week. Austin Peay on the road at Lindenwood. Lumberjacks will be at home. They will host Texas A&M Commerce. Members of the Southland Conference now making the move up from Division II. Campos to kick this one away here for the Lumberjacks. The wind, the breeze when we started, about 7 to 10 miles an hour, but it has laid significantly, so really no wind to speak of here affecting kicks tonight. Campos, this another high, short spinning kick, taking it to 1. Return up the field, the numbers, the 10, 15, 20, 25, and tripped up and dropped at about the 30-yard line. Goes Austin Peay. Good return out to the 30. As Cam Thomas, who was averaging 21 yards per kick return coming in, gets about a 29-yard return to the 30, and it's 1st and 10, Austin Peay. DeLello now 4 of 5, 79 yards, 1 touchdown. Goodman with 2 catches. Thomas with 1, Shackelford with the other. He has 1 catch for no yards. 3 receivers left. Tight end to the right for Austin Peay. Lumberjacks show a 4-man front. They'll run it up the middle and out over the 35 to about the 36-yard line will go Jackson. As Jackson gets 6, and it's 2nd down and 4. The Governors quickly back on the ball, ready to go. DeLello again gives it to Jackson. Jackson in the hole into the secondary now across the 40. Gets it all the way out to midfield as he's going to pick up 15 yards on that carry. And Austin Peay with a man slow to get up, and that's one of their offensive linemen. Could not tell.
I think that's Isaiah Wright.
As he gets kind of clipped there on his left leg. Isaiah Wright, as you said, yeah, transfer from Dodge City Community College, but trainers will come out and check on him. 6:49 to go first half, 14-7, SFA in front. Wright is up. And again, whenever the ball carrier went down, he just kind of caught him on the outside of the knee, and he went down awkwardly. Wearing those braces probably saved some further damage there. As he is up, we'll go to the sideline for at least a play. But Austin Peay, 2 Jackson runs, and they've got it at midfield, 1st and 10. Jackson 8 carries, 36 yards on the night. DeLello has the 1 on the keeper in the first quarter for 15 yards. And those are the only 2 to run it so far tonight for Austin Peay. For the Lumberjacks, Brian Maurer, 10 of 15, 109 yards. Preston Weeks, 2 for 2, 26 yards, and the touchdown through the air. Kylan Harris, 4 catches, 75 yards. Lawton Reichel, 6 catches for 49 yards for the Lumberjacks. 1st and 10, DeLello keeps it this time. DeLello into the secondary. Midfield, 40, and down to about the 37-yard line. As on the read option, he will keep it. Go behind right tackle. And they're getting some chunk plays on the ground now. 13 on that one. 1st and 10, Governors at the 37. RJ Smith stands up at one of the defensive end spots. Bottom of your screen. DeLello changing the play, moves the receiver back out to the left. Wants to pass, looking that way. Hands him far sideline, underthrown, picked off. As Bruce Harmon gets underneath that and will pick it off, so the drive ends in a turnover as the Lumberjack defense gets an interception from Bruce Harmon. His first of the year, 7th pass broken up. As you see it on that deep out along the boundary, and Harmon just got underneath it. If DeLello puts a little bit more underneath that, perhaps a completion, but Harmon able to make the pick. 1st and 10, Lumberjacks at their own 16-yard line. First turnover of the ball game. 14-7, Lumberjacks lead it with 5:50 to go here in the first half. As the Lumberjacks go back to work with Brian Maurer back in there at quarterback. Turn, handoff, tailback, not a lot there. Get it out to about the 18-yard line. So Maurer, who went down with no contact, Wembley will get 2 yards. Bring us up 2nd down and 8. And initially I thought that could not be good, but he comes out. They check him out. He's okay. He's back out there. But Weeks makes the most of his appearance. 2 for 2, touchdown on the night to put him up 14-7. Maurer now motion Harris across from left to right. Fake it inside. Short roll right. Maurer looks, and then throws that one into the turf to Keyshawn Harris. And SFA will look at 3rd down and 8 from their own 18-yard line. 5:14 to go here in the first half. Full slate of games in the United Athletic Conference tonight. We'll check scores from around the rest of those games here in a moment. Third down and 8. The official now respotting the ball. Is he going to move it? Yeah, he moves it back to where it was. It was spotted incorrectly. 8 left on the play clock. The Jacks get set here on 3rd and 8. 3-man pressure from Austin Peay. Now the Jacks play clock was now the official's going to say I guess after they respotted it, they should have put time back on the play clock, or should have reset it. They reset it to 25 here, and the Lumberjacks will look things over. Maurer looks here to the near sideline. Lumberjacks on 3rd and 8, as we on 3rd down so far tonight, not that efficient. 2 for 7. Swing it out left side Harris. He gets a block, but right into him. Stays alive, though. Still on his feet. Gives ground back to the 15, and he will get swarmed under and lose about 3 yards. Will Kylan Harris on an attempted flanker screen out there. And that'll bring up 4th down and 11 for the Lumberjacks, and Max Quick will be on to punt for the 2nd time tonight. Good job that time by the Austin Peay defense. Is again on that flanker screen. They get to the point of attack, forcing back inside, get help, and end up dropping it for a loss back to the 15-yard line. Quick will punt as he stands near his own goal line. Single man back deep. Line drive punt. Fielded back at the 35. And the Jacks get downfield and cover it for no gain. As I think the first man down there was Chase Ruiz. And the tackle finished off down there for the Lumberjacks in Wachiku. Zach and Wachiku gets down there for no gain. On the punt return, 1st and 10. Austin Peay at their own 35-yard line. 4:18 to go, and I think this will be a timeout. So timeout here with 4:18 to go first half. 14-7 SFA in front. This is United Athletic Conference football. Here for the Lumberjacks, as Lane will make the play for no gain. DeLello on that keeper for nothing. 2nd down and 10. He will send 3 receivers down to his left. Top of the screen, tight end to the right. Jacks now go to a 3-man front. 5 in the box. See if Austin Peay runs it here. They will. Coming right. They get to the edge. Downfield. The Lumberjacks will make the tackle. That's Jermaine Brown in on the stop. Jackson with the carry. Stopped at the 43. Just short of the yard. Will come out for the Lumberjacks. Harmon, who had a pick a moment ago, flanked out wide left with a lone receiver. 2 receivers to the right, bottom of the screen. Now the tight end in motion across. Run it inside. DeLello, he gets stood up near the line of scrimmage. May have gotten a yard. The Jacks think that they've held on 3rd and 2. Austin Peay will be looking at 4th and 1. As coming up to help make the stop that time for the Lumberjacks was Aaron Sears. 4th and 1. Governors, DeLello and Jackson in the backfield. They work out of the gun here on 4th and a yard. 2 receivers left. Smith down in the track stance to start, now stands up. Lumberjacks 6 across the line of scrimmage. Here's the option. He keeps it, gets stood up, and pushed back, and the Lumberjacks will hold on 4th and 1. You see Colby Carthel out there at the bottom of the screen making the call before the officials did. I think he was pretty fired up by that one. Watch it here on the replay. But again, they run that option. He faked the pitch. Jacks stand him up. Marjay Smith and Sears both there. Stop him dead in his tracks. Push him back. And Xavier Potts comes in to help finish it off. But the Lumberjack defense makes a stop on 4th and 1, and they'll take over on a short field. They've got it 1st and 10 now at the Austin Peay 44-yard line. As Brian Maurer and company come back out. Lindo and Ty Love will flank out wide to the right. Two receivers to the bottom. Lawton Reichel, who's been busy tonight, flanked out wide as to the short side of the field. He looks that way. Over the middle, over the head of Lawton Reichel, who just kind of got lost in some traffic there. As Austin Peay, it looked like playing zone. He tried to get in the middle of it, and that pass a little bit high, incomplete, 2nd down and 10. And I'm not sure that Reichel might have been screened off that time by the official, who was between him and Brian Maurer. 2nd down and 10 for the Lumberjacks. 2:02 to go first half. SFA leads 14-7. Wembley in the backfield with Maurer. Short set, Maurer looks left, now rolls to his right. Pumps it once, now underneath to Wembley. Wembley to the sideline, gets out of bounds at the 39-yard line, a gain of 5. Lumberjacks with 1 timeout. They took 2 timeouts in that first quarter. They've got 1 left. They look at 3rd down and 5 with 1:55 left here in the first half. Maurer calling for it. Austin Peay showing pressure. See if they come or not. Jacks change things here along the sideline. Play clock at 15. Reichel and Kylan Harris flanked out wide to the left. Now Lindo in motion to the right. We're 2 receivers that way as well. Maurer to pass again. Sets with time. Stands flat-footed. Dumps it underneath Wembley. Wembley hit, stood up at the line of scrimmage. Looked like ran into Lindo, who was trying to come back and set a block for him, but it stood up for no gain. And it's 4th and 5 now for the Lumberjacks at the 39-yard line. Clock running with 1.5 minutes left here in the first half. This would be about a 56-yard field goal try from here. And what breeze there is would be at the back of Chris Campos, but I suspect the Jacks will run this down to about 1 minute. Earlier, they showed that Maurer was going to quick kick it out of a similar formation. Austin Peay does not drop anybody back. And Maurer will run a play. 4th and 6. Now, throw it to the sideline as he just benches that on 4th and 5. So each team holds on a 4th down try and really kind of takes over the same spot. Lumberjacks moved at 5 yards. Austin Peay will get it back at the 39-yard line with 1:01 minute left. And I believe that they've got 2 timeouts remaining. Yeah, they'd have 2 timeouts remaining. And 1:01 minute to work with, trailing 14-7. So 1st and 10, Austin Peay. Mike DeLello comes out. Jackson in the backfield with him. Their touchdown came on a 78-yard strike. Middle of the second quarter. DeLello give it to Jackson, left side. Jackson picks his way across the line of scrimmage, gets it forward out to about the 41-yard line, a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Jacks did a pretty good job that time of just slowing things down. Jermaine Brown gets there and cleans it up for SFA. Trips down to the right. DeLello waits, looks, has a tight end drag it over the middle, holds it, now running out of time. He's hit, he'll go down. Back at the 30-yard line, just held it too long. Jermaine Brown there, along with Elijah Fields, and just nobody was open that time for Mike DeLello.
Just kept holding on to it, waiting for something to come open, and the Jacks just were able to finally collapse in on him.
As you see Brown and Fields get there, and DeLello was a little bit slow to get up, and again, he just had nowhere to go with it. That's a loss of 12 yards all the way back to the 29-yard line, and it's 3rd down and 20. And that is the last play of the first half. SFA will take a 7-point lead into the locker room at the break. Lumberjacks lead 14-7 over the Governors of Austin Peay here in Nacogdoches in the United Athletic Conference opener for both schools. Back with half after this on the Lumberjack Sports Network. This is United Athletic Conference football. Peay trailing the Lumberjacks as Governors will get the football to start things off here in the 3rd quarter of play. Chris Campos to kick it away for the Jacks. As his kick spinning toward the corner of the end zone and out of the end zone for a touchback. And Austin Peay will take over 1st and 10 at its own 25-yard line. On the evening, they are 1 of 6 trying to convert on for a fresh set of downs. They're 1 for 4 on 3rd downs, 0 for 2 on 4th downs in that first half. Lumberjacks were only 2 of 9 on 3rd downs, but they were 3 for 4 on 4th down opportunities. 2 of those coming on that 18-play, 76-yard drive that led to their first score of the night. Governors will open things up. Empty backfield. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen in the triangle formation. Now Jackson in motion as he will come left. They set up the screen to the right side. Jacks stay home on it. Will hold it to a minimal gain as they go back to the left side. The play made over there by the Lumberjacks on Jaden Barnes. I think his first catch of the night. Good for a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8. Now Barnes flanked over there wide to the left with Trey Goodman, who had the big play for them tonight. Now Goodman will come across to the right side of the formation as they'll send 3 receivers right, 1 left. There was some movement inside. Flags fly at the snap. Jacks made a jump. Deep shot down the far sideline. Broken up and incomplete. Demings in coverage, but again, I think the Lumberjacks jumped up front. This could be offsides against SFA.
Offside. Defense number 99 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So Ed Bobineau moves as he gets into the neutral zone, and Austin Peay now will look at 2nd down and 3 from the 32-yard line. DeLello turns, talks to Jackson. And again, same formation. Trips to the right, single receiver left. Jacks rush 4. Here's Jackson up the middle, has a first down as he gets it out over the 35, and he'll take it all the way out to the 40-yard line, a gain of 8. As Jackson picks up a fresh set of downs for Austin Peay. Jackson had 10 carries for 46 yards in the first half. Has 2 so far here in the 3rd quarter. Now he'll flank out wide left, empty backfield for the Governors. DeLello, 3-man rush Lumberjacks. DeLello, another deep shot downfield, man behind everybody, but overthrown and incomplete. Trying to go on the deep shot to Barnes again, but just overthrows him and incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now for the Governors. And you can tell, you can see the smoke on your screen, the smoke from the cannon that was fired on the kick in the 3rd quarter. It has barely moved, and we're 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter. So not much air moving right now out there here at Homer Bryce Stadium. Play clock at 8 as DeLello gets him set. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now he comes in motion across behind the formation. Handoff. Jackson stood up, dropped after a gain of a couple. As they get good support from Demings over there. As he and Marjay Smith will combine for the stop. Gain of 2, 3rd down and 8 for Austin Peay. Mentioned the conversions. They converted on 2nd and 3 a moment ago. Here they look at 3rd down and 8. And now they'll bring Goko, their tight end, out. And empty the backfield. They substituted. Lumberjacks will now as Demings and Aaron Austin move over. And now we got a delay of game. Is the Jacks? Now, they're going to get a timeout called.
First timeout. The half. Austin Peay. Be 30 seconds.
So 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. What occurred there was Austin Peay substituted, and the Lumberjacks have to be given time to substitute. The Jacks were, quite frankly, really in no hurry, as Marjay Smith was kind of jogging off the field, and they were going to get caught running out of time on the play clock, so the Governors have to burn a timeout to avoid the penalty. And with 13:08 left, they'll be down to two timeouts remaining in the half, looking at 3rd down and 8. As Luke Watson was in that defensive huddle for a moment, now he comes out for the Jacks. Sears is back there at one of the safety spots. Again, triumphant Olatunje. A lower leg problem. He and Jeremiah Walker both were kind of banged up, neither on the field right now. Tooker at one of the safety spots, Sears at the other. 3rd and 8. DeLello pressured. Marjay Smith has him. He'll go down. Smith with a sack back at the 37-yard line as Marjay Smith just comes all the way around from his left defensive. down conversions here. The Jacks a 4th and 4 from midfield. Once they showed that they would quick kick it with Maurer. Austin Peay doesn't have anybody back deep. Maurer will run it. Quick slant, caught. First down, Lumberjacks. Diving catch made at the 42-yard line. Kylan Harris with the grab. So they're, 4 for 5 now on 4th downs here so far tonight. Clock continues to run with 10.5 minutes to go third quarter. On a warm, muggy evening in late September. 1st and 10. Jacks, Maurer, hand it or keep it. Now coming right, gets a block downfield, 35-30, 25-20, and Maurer out of bounds inside the 20. They will spot him out at the 17-yard line as Maurer will get 23 yards.
Maurer even had me fooled on that one, pulled it right back to himself and had open field to run.
So a first down Lumberjacks as they move the ball back into the Austin Peay red zone. They've missed one field goal tonight. They lead 14-7. Clock running, 10 minutes to go third quarter. The Governor defense has been on the field a lot. We'll get time of possession here in a minute. 1st and 10. Maurer again, handed Wembley. Wembley behind a lead block, just pushes the pile forward. He'll get 4 on that first down carry as he had a lead block from Keyshawn Williams. And will be down at the 14-yard line. Gain of only 3, second down and 7. Time of possession, Lumberjacks close to 8 minutes more possession now so far in the game than Austin Peay. Maurer again, and we got flags at the snap. I think somebody must have moved early.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 50, 5-yard penalty, second down.
So SFA with a false start up front. Daniel Keys, I believe, whistled for the false start, the left tackle. And it's second down and 12 now as they move it back to the 19-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. He's showing pressure. Jacks check out of it, get the play reset, and Austin Peay moves back into coverage, and now flags again, and that's going to be a delay against the Lumberjacks. So SFA now moving backwards, back-to-back penalties.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
5th penalty of the night against the Lumberjacks. 5 penalties, 25 yards. Austin Peay's been penalized once for 4 yards. So second down now and 17 for the Lumberjacks. They need to reach the 7-yard line to convert. The ball at the Austin Peay 24-yard line. 2 receivers and a tight end to the left. Maurer looking that way, pumps it once, checks it down to Wembley out of the backfield. Wembley will be tackled after a short gain to the 21. A gain of about 3. And we'll bring up third down at about 14. Clock running, 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Middle of the third, here with 8 minutes to go. And so far, neither team has scored. Lumberjacks nearing scoring range here. 3rd and 14. Maurer again on the keeper, coming to the right. This time, Austin Peay stays home. Maurer hit at the 20, spun down at the 18. And he gets back close to the original line of scrimmage. It's 4th and 11 now, and here comes Chris Campos on for a field goal try. Missed earlier this evening from the right hash mark on what would have been a 39-yarder. Hung it out wide to the right. This would make it a 2-score game with 7:15, the clock running here in the third. Max Quick, the holder, 4th and 11. Snap back. Campos kick on its way. That one is up and good as Campos draws that one in there, and the Lumberjacks extend the lead to 10, 17-7. Lumberjacks over Austin Peay here in the third quarter. United Athletic Conference opener.
Timeout.
This is United Athletic Conference football. Lumberjacks have kept them in check defensively. So Austin Peay trails by 10, get the football back. Their lone score tonight came on a 78-yard touchdown pass. Mike DeLello to Goodman. Campos has just converted to make it a 10-point game. Short kick, fielded at the 6. Up the hash mark, the 20, 25. Break it outside with an edge to the boundary. 40, 45, near midfield and knocked out of bounds. Great return that time, Cam Thomas, his best of the year. Actually, he had an 89-yarder earlier this year, but has not returned. He's had one for a touchdown. That was on a punt return. His longest kick return prior to that was 24 yards. As you see, comes right there, and perhaps a hold they got away with, gets to the edge, and once he gets outside containment, all the way out near midfield, they spot him at the 49-yard line. So Austin Peay now with good starting field position after a great return, the longest of the year by Cam Thomas. Jackson, the running back, flanks out wide right with three other receivers. Empty backfield here for Mike DeLello. DeLello wants to pass, pumps it once. Now, quick slant, picked off over the middle of the 40-yard line. Jackson there, midfield. That's Dylan Tooker, his first interception of the year. He saw the post move, stepped underneath it, and the Lumberjacks get their second interception of the night. Tooker with his first in his SFA career.
Governors had 4 lined up on the right, and like you said, Tooker just read it like a book, came in flying. Lumberjacks get their second interception.
Our thanks to Chase Merrill, who's sitting in here with us tonight and helping out. Hunter Taylor, who's usually here with us, previous commitments, learning how to fly drones. So the Redneck Rifle will be a licensed drone pilot after this one. He'll be back next week, though, as we host Texas A&M Commerce. Lumberjacks with their second turnover of the night. The first one did not lead to points. See if they can add to a 10-point lead here. Austin Peay will try to get a stop, as they did after the first interception thrown by DeLello. And the Lumberjacks handoff coming left, as Wembley this time picks his way forward close to the, that's actually Williams with the carry. Anthony Williams with a gain of about 7 to the 41 is where they'll stop forward progress. But a gain of 7, second down and 3. Guarding Paul, the big nose tackle in there in the middle, trying to plug things up. As here's Williams sidestepping around him, and the ball came loose at the 36, 37-yard line.
On the field. I rule prior to the fumble. Plays the first down.
Apparently what he was trying to say was that the ball carrier was down before the ball came out, so down by contact. First and 10 Lumberjacks at the 37-yard line. Swing it out left side, caught on the outside and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Go the Lumberjacks. It's a quick swing out to Lemons. Cole Lemons with the grab, picks up 7. And SFA starting to mix things up offensively now. Maurer on the night. Brian Maurer, 16 of 26, 126 yards prior to that one. Preston Weeks, 2 for 2, 26 yards and a touchdown. Second down and 3. Harris in motion across, handoff inside Williams. Williams just lowers his shoulder, pushes the pile forward, trying to get to the sticks, and he's going to be right there. As he gets to the 27, line judge says move it, first and 10 Lumberjacks. Gain of 3. As SFA will reach the 27-yard line, first and 10. But again, it's that time of possession that gets out of whack. And as we said, humid, warm, it'll start to take a toll. All-out pressure. Maurer floats it right side toward the boundary, off the hands of his intended target, trying to go to Love over there, who was covered downfield by Zedarius Doss, but off his hands, incomplete. Second down and 10. So man-to-man across the board. They try to go outside to Love, but just a little off the mark because Maurer could not hold it as Austin Peay was bringing
6 rushers at him that time. After the incompletion, NCAA looks at second down and 10. Austin Peay this time 3-man front. Lumberjacks run into it. Williams will take it down inside the 25 to about the 23. Gain of about 4, and it's third down and 6 now. 4:17 to go here in the third quarter. NCAA leads 17-7. NCAA has forced 2 turnovers on the night. Austin Peay, one thing they had not really done is turned it over much, but they've turned it over twice here tonight. Once in each half. Third down and 6. Maurer looks to the near sideline. Play clock at 10 now as Williams gets set. Here comes pressure again. Williams runs into it. He fills every gap, and Austin Peay will get a stop. And it's 4th and 5, and here comes the field goal team once again for Stephen F. Austin. So they try to get points following that turnover, and they'll rely on the leg of Chris Campos. Campos coming into tonight 7 of 9. He's 1 of 2 tonight. So 8 for 11 on the year. This will be a 39-yarder from the middle of the field. Would make it a 13-point game with 3:15 to go in the third. Good snap back. Campos with the kick. That one obviously with plenty of distance, and that one is good as Campos extends the lead to 13.
Timeout on the field.
So 3:04 to go in the third. Lumberjacks extend the lead to 20-7 over the Governors of Austin Peay. This is United Athletic Conference football. 4 to go in the third quarter. NCAA's defense has been dominant tonight. They forced 2 Austin Peay turnovers that have led to 3 points in a 13-point game, 20-7. Short, high kick, fair catch called for and made at the 15-yard line. Lumberjack special teams coaches have decided they had seen enough returns from Cam Thomas. They keep it away from him that time. Austin Peay now 28 plays, 148 yards. Lumberjacks 59 plays, 288 yards. Time of possession now. Jacks have had it for 28 minutes. Austin Peay 13 minutes. There's 3 minutes left here in the third. So first and 10 here. Lumberjacks 3-man front. Empty backfield for Austin Peay. Motion out of the slot. Swing it out to that slot man in motion. The Lumberjacks converge quickly. T.K. Lloyd was the first man there, and Lloyd makes contact and drops it for a loss of 1 just behind the 25-yard line. Lloyd and Tooker. Tooker acts as a safety now over the top. Lloyd underneath. Trips now to the left for the Governors. Single receiver right. Handoff Jackson. Keeper. DeLelo coming to hit to the right. Hit by Harmon at about the 30, and he'll go down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6. And it's third down and 4. Again, the read option that time. DeLelo on the keeper. They had a hold out there on Aaron Austin, who was complaining, but no call as the right tackle just sealed it up. That time, DeLelo around it for 6. Third down and 4. Governors again right now just want, I think, nothing more. They just need some first downs to try to put something together here. Trailing by 13. Third and 4. Snap back. Give inside. Brandon Lane is there for the Lumberjacks as he jumps on the back of Jackson for no gain. 4th and 3. And Scotty Walden, a native of Cleburne, Texas. 4 of his assistants from Texas. Making the decision on the far side. Send out the punt team. So on 4th and 4, Riley Stevens on to punt for the 3rd time tonight. Snap back, no pressure, and Stevens with a great kick away. Driving Harris back. Fair catch made at about the 22-yard line. 4 43 yards on the kick, with the flag in the area where you think it might be holding against the receiving team. And the official, the line judge, and the referee talk. And we await for the explanation to find out what this one's about. The ball would be at the 23-yard line is where they spot it down. As you see there, the discussion continues. And he asks, where did you park back there? No, I thought it was over here. Minute one left here in the third, 20-7. I thought we brought 2 cars.
Maybe trying to find out where they're going to get dinner after the game as well.
It'll have to be fast food. Everything will be closed at this rate. So here we go. Nope. Let's talk about it a little bit more.
During the kick, holding. Receiving team number 21, 10-yard penalty, first down, SFA.
So they will move it from the 23 back to the 13-yard line. I can't believe that there had to be that much discussion over a holding penalty on a punt, but the only thing I assumed that they were talking about was it was during the kick, before the kick. I don't know, whatever the case may be, but nevertheless, Jacks will start out inside their own 20 after the penalty against them. Their 6th of the night, or 7th actually. Austin Peay has only been penalized once. They show pressure. They walk up 5, bring 4. Lumberjacks run to the right, and not a lot of room there that time for Gerald Wembley. As Bates and Paul are there for the Governors for no gain, second down and 2, or 10 rather. Travis Bates, freshman out of Tomball, in on that stop. Paul is graduate student out of Naples, Florida, transferred from Indiana Wesleyan. 5'11", 299. Bauer directs things for the Lumberjacks on second down and 10. Could be the final play of the third quarter. Now they'll motion Keyshawn Williams out to the left. On the comeback, picked off at the 20, 10, walk it into the end zone, Austin Peay. A turnover of their own as Maurer throws the interception. Picked off by Cedarius Ross, his first pick of the year, goes for a pick 6. And just like that, the Governors have cut it to a one-score game with the extra point to follow.
Maurer just throwing it a little high there, just missing the intended receiver. And daylight for Austin Peay for the pick 6.
So Lumberjacks have forced 2 turnovers. Austin Peay gets a score on their lone turnover of the night. They line up again in the modified gate. Now they'll motion back into kick formation. The extra point would make it a 6-point game with 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. As the extra point is up and good. 20-14. Lumberjacks lead it over Austin Peay. On the Cedarius Ross interception return for a touchdown.
So Austin Peay scoring drives, a one-play drive for a 76-yard touchdown and a pick 6. Not much else, but it's kept them in the ballgame.
Yep, Jacks have, I think they've followed their game plan. They've been fairly methodical offensively, again, taking a lot of time off the clock. But as you said, Austin Peay has gotten 14 points in 2 plays. The 178-yard touchdown pass, and then Cedarius Ross, I think about a 22-yard return. By Doss there. And that cuts the lead to 6. 20-14, 14 seconds left. And the Governors now will kick it away here late in this fourth quarter. Jalen Jenkins back for the Lumberjacks. I think Jenkins and is one of the deep men for the Lumberjacks. Get the other before he mowed. Could not see a number. High spinning kick into the end zone for the touchback. So the Jacks have yet to attempt a kick return tonight, as all of them have been into the end zone for the touchback. And the offense will come back out with 14 seconds left here in the third quarter, leading 20-14. This time they'll start a little bit better field position, starting out at their own 25-yard line. They started out inside their 15 after a penalty on that punt that led to that pick six. So Maurer now on the night. 16 of 28, 127 yards, the one interception. Goes for the touchdown, and they go back to work. Empty backfield now for SFA. Tight end to the left. Now another second tight end in motion to the left. Swing it out right side, and the flanker screen is dropped by Ty Love. As Kylon Harris was trying to set a block for him, Love can't find the handle. Incomplete. Second down at 10, 11 seconds left in the third.
Just one of those old-fashioned looking upfield, trying to move before you catch the ball, and it's a drop ball for SFA, second and long.
Harrison Love again out to the right. That's the short side of the field. Lawton Reichel alone to the left. Austin Peay walks up. They'll rush four. Maurer goes deep. Reichel near sideline, overthrows him. Reichel becomes the defensive back, and they picked off another one. Doss, back-to-back interceptions. And Doss gathers that one in at the 38-yard line of the Governors. And Austin Peay a score away from taking their first lead of the night as Maurer just throws that one up. Reichel knew that he could not, or it appeared that he knew, I can't get to this one. I got to go try to break it up. He couldn't. Doss makes the play. Second interception in 4 plays for Austin Peay. And it's Governor ball with 3 seconds left here in the third quarter. SFA clinging to a 20-14 lead. See if they try to strike quickly here. I suspect they'll take a shot. Hold them up for a moment, I guess, to make sure that Doss came down inbounds. They've not been called over. There have been no reviews so far tonight, but they still stand on the field waiting for the replay official to make sure it was good. Apparently it is. And Austin Peay now will go to work. First and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Doss came in without an interception. He's got 2 here in the final 14 seconds of the third quarter. Handoff. Jackson inside, breaks through. 45 midfield, still on his feet into Lumberjack territory. He'll take it all the way down to the SFA 45-yard line. 17 yards.
Of the third quarter.
And that's the final play of the third quarter. 20-14. Lumberjacks lead it over Austin Peay. Final 15 minutes coming your way when we return. This is United Athletic Conference Football. Mello will keep it himself. Tooker, coming down from his safety spot, will make the play at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Second down and 10 on the keeper, the quarterback, Mike Galello. Galello, 6 of 10 through the air, 80 yards, the 1 touchdown. He's been sacked twice. He's rushed it 9 times for a net of 18 yards. Empty backfield here. 3 receivers right. Now they motion back into a tight end with a tailback. 1 receiver right. Galello looks things over on second down and 10. Hands off inside with some room, 40, 35, and Jackson has a first down to the SFA 33-yard line. Quick 13 yards on that one, or 12 yards on that one. First and 10 now, Governors. Turn again, handed Jackson straight up the gut, and he'll be upended at the 25-yard line. Is coming in to make the play for the Lumberjacks is Aaron Sears. Gain of 8, second down and 2, and the Governors quickly back on the ball. Galello, a third straight time. This time he runs into a wall, but keeps the pile moving, and it looks like they're going to have first down yardage on second effort from Jevin Jackson. Ahmad Murray gets up off the bottom of the pile for the Lumberjacks. Fresh set of downs for the Governors, though. 1st and 10 now at the SFA 23-yard line. DeLello motions his tight end back inside. They run it right or left side. Ahmad Murray comes all the way around, makes the play after a short gain of a couple. Play made at the 21-yard line. As Jackson now, for the Governors, approaching 100 yards on the night. 18 carries, 94 yards. 2nd down and 8. He remains in the backfield, he and DeLello, as they look things over on 2nd and 8. Down 20-14. Snap back, DeLello to pass. Press, dumped underneath, caught, and tackled almost immediately at the 18-yard line. As the check down comes to the crosser, Trey Goodman. And SFA with the tackle in the open field. Now Austin Peay looks at 3rd down and 4. Harmon there for the Lumberjacks to make the open field stop. Crowd starting to make a little noise now. Goko, the tight end, in motion. Back to the left. Pull it out. Swing it out to the right. Incomplete. Jacks were getting pressure from Brandon Lane. It was well covered out there. And I do not see a penalty flag, but there must be one over there on the right side. There it is. Near where the pass was incomplete. Officials all gathered there. You see them talking about it. We've not seen a replay. It happened over on the Austin Peay sideline. A lot of discussion again. As we'll see the replay right here. And from what we see
prior to the pass, holding, defense number 21. Half the distance penalty includes an automatic first down.
So the ball was at
the 10-yard penalty.
That'll take it down to the 7-yard line. Actually, they take it down to the just inside the 9.
Correction, that's a half
the distance. So 1st and goal now, Austin Peay. Nose of the ball just beyond the 8-yard line. Governors with a touchdown to take their first lead of the night. Under 12 minutes to play. DeLello makes the snap, pulls it out, flanker screen left side. Jacks beat the block, make a play for a loss back to the 11-yard line. TK Lloyd beats the block and is there as the catch is made for a loss of 2 back to the 11. 2nd and goal.
Great job by Lloyd there, just able to read it, was able to get the loss in the backfield.
Trey Goodman was trying to get the block for the Governors. Could not stop Mr. Lloyd. Wow, it's quite the shirt back there on the old portable suites in the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 11. Motion from left to right. Governors. 2 receivers to the right. Handoff. Jackson makes one man miss. Flags everywhere on a possible hold against Austin Peay. And the play was made at the 7.
Holding. Offense number 52. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
The right guard, Chandler Curtin, whose preseason's all United Athletic Conference, has called for a big penalty there. And again, they've not been penalized to speak of. I think that's only the 2nd penalty of the night against Austin Peay. Yep, prior to that, they had 1 for 4, and that's a huge 10-yard penalty now. Pushes them all the way back to the 21, where it's 2nd down and goal from the 21-yard line. 6-point game. 20-14 SFA with the lead, trying to get a stop against the Governors. Motion. Hand off, pull it out. DeLelo wants to pass. Now he's pressured. He'll go down back at the 23-yard line. As the Jacks got great pressure that time from Elijah Fields, forcing him into help. Potts was also there for the Lumberjacks. And now, 3rd and goal from the 24. Lumberjack fans holding up the stop signs, trying to get one more stop here. 3rd down and goal, down 6 with 10 minutes to go. You would think Austin Peay would take points out of this if they get the chance. They send trips to the left. They got a tight end in a flex to the right. And they will run it up the gut. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Austin Peay. 3rd and goal from the 24-yard line. And the Governors tie the game. The extra point will give them their first lead of the night. Jackson from 24 yards out. So again, they line up in the gate, or a version of it, and come back over into kick formation. This would give them a 1-point lead. He's missed one earlier this year. Snap, kick on its way, and that one is no good. Wide to the right. 2nd miss of the year for the Governors. The score remains tied at 20. Timeout on the field, 9:46 to go. 2020. This is United Athletic Conference football. It's been an entertaining ball game. Austin Peay, who trailed at one point 20-7 now, is tied it at 20-20 with 9:46 to go. So who's going to make plays coming down the stretch? 9,800 plus on hand for this one tonight. And the Governors to kick it away. High driving kick to the end line and out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. And SFA will start out at its own 25. We got a penalty flag at the SFA 40-yard line. See how long this discussion will take.
On the flag. 1st down. SFA.
So they pick up the penalty flag. So it'll be 1st and 10 SFA football at its own 25-yard line. 11-play, 55-yard drive. The extra point no good, and we've got a new ball game. 20-20, 9:46 to go in this one tonight. Lumberjacks and Governors of Austin Peay. As Brian Maurer threw two interceptions in the final 30 seconds of that 3rd quarter, and that has allowed Austin Peay to come back and tie the ball game. 1st and 10 here. Maurer throws it, swings it out right side, caught Ty Love, and he'll get out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Picks up 8 on that pass out in the right flat. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Lumberjacks. So the Jacks not gun shy with the quarterback. After he had 2 of his last 3 passes picked off, swings it out in the right flat. 2nd down 2 now. Lumberjacks change the play. 15 seconds on the play clock as Maurer and Wembley in the backfield. Governors show pressure. Here it comes. Wembley trying to get to the right edge. Can't. He'll be wrestled down back at the 29-yard line. As the play made back there by Sam Howard, the linebacker, their leading tackler coming in. 3rd down and 5 now for the Lumberjacks. That's, 3rd downs have been huge in this one tonight. SFA is only 2 for 12, but 4 of 5 on 4th. Austin Peay 2 for 7 on 3rd downs, 0 for 2 on 4th downs. Lumberjacks have converted on 6 of 17 opportunities in the game. 3rd and 5 here. Pressure again comes. They bring 6. Maurer throws right flat, incomplete. Just has to get rid of it in front of pressure in his face. And that will bring up 4th and 5. And the Lumberjacks will send out the punt team with 8:24 to go in a tie game at 20 apiece.
Huge stop there by Austin Peay. It just feels like the Lumberjacks are trying to gain that momentum back, but ever since that first interception, Lumberjacks have not been able to get much going, and it's allowed Austin Peay to tie this ball game up.
Max Quick, 2 punts, 43-yard average, had a 51-yarder on his last attempt. On to kick for the 3rd time tonight. Max gets another good one. High, floating kick. No fair catch called for. They'll let it bounce. It will roll down inside the 15 where it's touched there. And the Lumberjacks will end up covering it up, but they touch it at the 15-yard line. I think that's where they'll mark it dead. And Austin Peay will take over 85 yards away. 8:10 to go here in the 4th quarter in a 20-20 ball game. SFA at home. We had a penalty flag middle of the field as the officials congregate.
Holding receiving team number 29. Half the distance penalty. 1st down. Austin Peay. Timeout on the field.
So timeout on the field. We'll take it. 8:10 to play. 20-20. Lumberjacks and Governors here in Nacogdoches tonight. Back with more after this. This is United Athletic Conference football. Here in the 4th quarter with 8 minutes to play. 8:10 officially. 20-20 the score. Governors empty backfield. Now they'll motion. Jackson will come back into the backfield. Scored from 24 yards out the last time he touched it. He'll get a shot at it here. Right up the gut. 10, 15, 20. Foot race now. 30, 40. Near sideline. Cuts back inside. Grab into SFA territory. Still on his feet. And now will go down at the SFA 37-yard line. 2 big runs by Jackson. And now the Governors start to take control here. That one will put him at close to 170 yards on the night. Now the officials stop things. Lumberjacks are going to burn a timeout. As Austin Peay wanted to put their foot on the gas and keep things going. This will be a 30-second timeout. I assume they called the timeout. There was a whistle to stop things. They may just been waiting for the chains to catch up. So no timeout charged. Austin Peay football, 1st and 10 at the SFA 37. Jackson remains in the backfield. Nelello looks to the sideline to get his play. Tight end now in a wing to the left. Short side of the field. He's got 2 receivers up top. Nelello pulls it out once that way. Goes deep. Downfield. Has a man out there. Ball broken up by Walker. But a penalty flag back in the SFA secondary before that ball was thrown. At about the 18-yard line. As Jeremiah Walker breaks that one up.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 5. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
So a face mask penalty apparently before the pass was thrown. 15-yarder. And a fresh set of downs for Austin Peay. They've got it now 1st and 10 at the SFA 22-yard line. Jacks getting fresh bodies out there defensively. Governors stack 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock at 6 as the tight end now moves across and will line up in a wing to the right. And DeLello with the keeper makes a man miss the 20, the 10. DeLello grabbed around the shoulder and apparently grabbed by the face mask as he goes down at the 6-yard line. As there were several Lumberjacks there, and I think, I'm just guessing, but I think the guilty party was
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 23. Half the distance penalty from the end of the run. Close and automatic. 1st down.
And we have no clue who 23 But there is the face mask. It was 23. First and goal. Austin Peay looking for their first lead of the night. Motion again. Back into a pistol now. Coco, the tight end, in a wing right. Jackson pulling out. DeLalo will keep it. DeLalo at the goal line leans forward. He's down at the 1. Luke Watson in on the stop for the Lumberjacks. Second down and goal now. Ball inside the 1-yard line. Jackson, pull it again. DeLalo stumbles this time. He'll go down back at about the 2-yard line. Backside landed on the 3. See where they spot it.
Just lost his footing.
Yep. So third and goal. 6 minutes to play. 20-20. SFA led 20-7 with 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. An interception return for a touchdown. Another interception led to a 5-minute drive, but they missed the extra point. 20-20 is where we stand. Trying to take the lead. Third goal from the 2. Full house here. Jackson stood up, pushed back, keeps his feet, but will go down at the 1. Fourth and goal now from the 1 for Austin Peay. Scotty Walden, do you go for it, or do you take the points and take your first lead of the night?
You said a missed extra point, so you got to keep that in the back of your head whenever going for a field goal, but the offense stays out.
So a huge play here for both teams. Austin Peay trying to take their first lead of the night. The Lumberjack defense trying to make one more stop. Fourth and goal. Play clock at 6. They look over to the sideline. And now Walden come out. He wants a timeout. Everybody was in tight. He gets a look, and now
Second charge, timeout. Austin Peay, timeout on the field.
We will take it too. 4:55 to go. Timeout. 20-20. Lumberjacks and Governors. Good one coming down the stretch. Back after this. This is United Athletic Conference football. 4:55 to play. 20-20. It's fourth and goal. Ball at the 1-yard line. Austin Peay had the offense out there. And right now, it's offense in the huddle. And it would appear they're going to leave the offense out there and go for it on fourth and goal rather than attempt a field goal to take a lead. So the Lumberjack defense has been called on to make one more stop. Jevin Jackson, 21 carries, 178 yards. DeLalo, 13 carries for 31 yards. Power set, wing right, motion across from left to right. Stumble, DeLalo stacked up. He did not get in. Stopped at the 1.
Wow, what a stop by this Lumberjack defense.
Ruling on the field. The turnover on down, first down, Stephen F. Austin.
So the Austin Peay kind of rolls the dice. They do not elect to kick a field goal and leave almost 5 minutes on the clock for the Lumberjacks to try to come down and regain the lead. They gamble, trying to get a touchdown and put the Jacks' backs against the wall. It fails. So now the Lumberjacks do have their backs against the wall. They're 99 yards away. They've got to get a first down or two, just if nothing else, just to kind of flip field position. You can see a happy Lumberjack defensive unit coming off. After a goal line stand, they stop them on fourth and goal from the 1. Now can the offense put something together, string a few first downs together, and perhaps put Chris Campos in range. 4:50 to play, 3 timeouts to work with. They work out of their own end zone. The ball at the 1 coming out. Maurer and Anthony Williams in the backfield. 3-man front, Austin Peay. Williams stumbles, just gets out, and that's a safety. He does not get out of the end zone. He loses his footing in the end zone. And it will go as a safety for the Governors.
The ball carrier was down in the end zone. The result of the play is a safety.
So trying to run it and get out of the end zone safely. Instead, they give up a safety. And now Austin Peay will get a free kick from SFA as they take a 22-20 lead with 4:47 to go in this one.
Timeout.
4:47 left in this one. A safety by the Lumberjacks as Anthony Williams stumbles in the end zone, down in the end zone, and Austin Peay with their first lead of the night. 22-20. And SFA now will kick it away on the free kick following the safety. And Austin Peay will have a chance to seal this one up. Back here at Homer Bryce Stadium, final 4 minutes, 47 seconds of this one. After the safety, Max Quick will kick it away on the free kick. Quick update in the rest of the United Athletic Conference. Eastern Kentucky, who trailed almost all night, they came back and beat Southeast Missouri 41-38. For their first win of the year. At the half, Southern Utah and Western Illinois tied at 17. Tarleton with a 20-6 lead over Southwest Baptist early in the fourth quarter in Stephenville. As Quick gets the kick away, nice tight spiraling kick to the 22, returned up the hash marks, 30, 40, stumble and down at the 45-yard line. I don't know if it's humid and dew's starting to accumulate, but that's a lot of slipping here in the fourth quarter.
It sure is.
So, good field position, though, after the kick on a 20-yard return. And Austin Peay again. A touchdown puts this one pretty much out of reach if the extra point is good. 4:40 to go. They go to work. DeLello on the night, 8 of 13, 81 yards, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Turn, give it. Jackson coming right. Jackson behind some blockers, gets it into SFA territory, gets dragged down from behind at the 49-yard line. Jackson, that is his 22nd carry, and that'll put him right at 185 yards on the night. He had 92 yards on 23 carries coming in. So a big night by Jackson. Lumberjacks have kept the Austin Peay passing game in check, but Jevin Jackson has gotten it done on the ground. See him there. 22 carries, 184 yards officially. Second down and 4. Governors. Again, Jackson. Jackson breaks it outside, first down as he takes it down inside the 45 to the 42-yard line. First and 10, Austin Peay. Clock running. Now the friend of the Governors with a 2-point lead, 22-20 after the safety. You see Jackson there uses a good seal block and just bounces it outside, picks up the needed yardage for first down. And now his quarterback, DeLello, ties the shoe for him. Big fella, we need you to take it to the house for us. Play clock at 4. Austin Peay's going to have to hurry. They're going to have to burn a timeout to avoid a delay penalty. They had it first and 10 at the 42, so they take
their final charge.
Their final timeout
of the half. Austin Peay, 30 seconds.
3:09 left to play in this one. Again, that's the biggest turnaround. SFA led 20-7. Had the ball coming out at about their own 13, 14-yard line. Ryan Maurer throws a pick six. 20-14 at that point, and then 2 plays later throws another interception. Austin Peay takes over at their own 38, 39-yard line, move it down the field, score, and tie the game at 20. And then got a safety after getting stopped on a first and goal situation. Had it 4th and goal from the 1, got stopped. Lumberjacks coming out on first down. Anthony Williams stumbles, loses his footing in the end zone, led to a safety, and that's where we stand. 22-20, 3:09 left to play. Empty backfield here. Trips to the right, 2 receivers left. Now they'll motion back, bring the tight end to the right, and Jackson back in the backfield. DeLillo. Turn, hand it to Jackson, breaks a tackle, and takes it down to the 36-yard line. Bobineau on the stop for the Lumberjacks, but Jackson now piling up the yards. That will get him a gain of 6. That puts him at 190 on the night. And I suspect he's going to get several opportunities to get over 200 yards rushing, because if I'm Austin Peay, I don't think I'd do anything but hand it to Jevin Jackson here. Or DeLillo will keep it.
They're getting the yardage they need each time they do it, so why not continue what's working?
Second down and 4. DeLillo again in the backfield here with Jackson. Hand it to him once again. Jackson grabbed from behind and ridden down after a gain of only 3 that time. And the Lumberjacks take their first time out with 2:19 left.
First charge, timeout. Stephen F. Austin, 30 seconds.
So SFA takes its first time out, 3rd down and 1. They made a stop on 4th and 1, or 4th and goal at the 1 a few moments ago. And they need another one here to keep this, or force Austin Peay to make a decision. They've been reluctant to kick a field goal throughout the night. You would think perhaps 2-down territory, especially with a 2-point lead, but if you're Scotty Walden, you don't want to give Chris Campos a chance to kick a long one and beat you by 1. Jacks take their first timeout, 2:19 to go. 2 timeouts left for SFA. Austin Peay out of timeouts. Jevin Jackson, 22 carries, 184 yards. Actually 23 now for 89. Snap back. Give it to him. Stacked up in the backfield. A loss of a couple. In fact, a loss of 3. All the way back to the 36-yard line.
Second charge, timeout of the half. Stephen F. Austin, 30 seconds.
Elijah Fields again with the stop. Freshman out of Houston North Shore. And he just jumps right through. That's actually Ahmad Murray that was the first man there. Fields in to help out, but Murray was the first guy there to make the tackle for a loss. And it's 4th and 4. 2:15 to go. Jacks burn their second timeout. They've got 1 remaining. And their chances perhaps have come down to this. Because if Austin Peay can convert here, you only have 1 timeout. They would need 1 first down to run the rest of it out. DeLillo, the quarterback, talks with Scotty Walden, gets last bit of advice from his head coach, comes to the huddle here, and brings them up. 4th and 4. The ball at the 36-yard line. He's got 1 receiver to the left, 2 receivers to the right. DeLillo on 4th and 4, trying to draw him off sides. Perhaps 14 left on the play clock. Looks to the sideline, gets the play, signals it to everybody. See if they snap it here. 5 seconds left on the play clock. They do, and a quick kick. DeLillo will kick it, punt it toward the sideline, out of bounds. They may get 10 or 12 yards out of this. Is this punt out of bounds? Where they're going to mark it out at the 20. So the Lumberjacks are going to get an opportunity. 2:10 left to play. SFA takes over, trailing by 2, 22-20. And when you look at Chris Campos, missed 1 tonight, has a long of 49 on the year, but again, at practice Thursday, was connecting from about 60 yards out. Just a slight southerly breeze in his face. So you would think that the Lumberjacks need to get to at least the Austin Peay 30-yard line. That would be about a 47-yarder, 48 yards, well within his range. Perhaps the 35 gives him a chance. Plenty of time, 2:10 left to play. Maurer to pass. Underneath, on the check down, Wembley caught, runs out of bounds. Will stop the clock after a short gain of 3. Wembley will come out. Anthony Williams will come in. So gain of 3, second down and 7. Maurer again, 2 receivers wide to both sides. Pressure coming off the edge. Jacks pick it up. Maurer up the middle, caught 40-yard line, 45, and tripped up at the 49-yard line. Will go Kylon Harris. So the Lumberjacks with a big chunk there, moving close to midfield, and you would feel like they need to get about 15 more yards to give Campos or put him in range for a possible game winner. And I would think that they would like just to get a big play and remove all doubt. So now Austin Peay. Defense now, Governor defense trying to make a play. Here comes more pressure. Here it comes. Maurer batted in the air, tipped around, and falls to the ground incomplete. They were trying to set up a middle screen, had the right play called against pressure, but the pass tipped into the air and incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:13 left to play. Second down and 10. 22-20, Austin Peay leads it. Jacks led 20-7 late in the third quarter. Second down and 10 here, 2 receivers right. Now Harris in motion across from left to right, 3 to the short side of the field. Single receiver to the left side. Maurer to pass, underneath right side. Harris into Austin Peay territory, gain of only 3. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 1:09 left, third down and 7. SFA goes 2 by 2 here. Walton Reichel, who was busy early, been quiet here in the second half. You see him in the slot to the bottom of your screen. Here comes pressure again. Picked up. Near sideline, pass a little high and incomplete. Going to Love. Had to throw it quickly because of the pressure. Doss was there in coverage for Austin Peay. He has the 2 interceptions tonight for Austin Peay. And the Governors come down to 1 play. 4th and 7. 1:05 left. They converted on 4th and 6 back in the first half. Here they look at 4th and 7. See if they bring pressure this time. If they don't show it, they walk up 1. Now here it comes. Maurer hit as he lets it go. Tipped into the air. Incomplete. So the Austin Peay blitz gets home. They force Maurer to let go of it. Pass tipped incomplete, and with 1:01 left here in this conference opener, Governors take over with a 22-20 lead. SFA has 1 timeout left. And the Governors can kneel this one out. Jacks can stop it 1 time. Austin Peay, 53 plays, 309 yards of offense. Lumberjacks, 324 yards of offense on 73 snaps. And the time of possession at the end of the third quarter was big time in favor of SFA. Now it's flipped over. Austin Peay has held the ball for 26 minutes to the Lumberjacks 23. And the Governors will hold it for the final minute as they take a knee at the 45-yard line. And it would seem that the Jacks will be content to let the final seconds run off here. They had 1 timeout left. You can't stop it. So the Governors will make their first ever trip to Nacogdoches and even up their record at 2-2. Start off 1-0 in United Athletic Conference play. Lumberjacks will fall to 2-2, and they start out 0-1 as the 2 teams will meet at midfield, shake hands on what was a hard-fought one here tonight. Austin Peay trailed 20-7, but rallied. The safety here in the fourth quarter ends up being the difference in this one. 22-20. Austin Peay wins it over the Lumberjacks. Glad you could join us here on ESPN Plus. I'm Rob Myers. We'll see you back here next Saturday night against Texas A&M Commerce. This is United Athletic Conference